Hi, so my name is Hanna and I'm from Lund University. I know there are 3 names on the agenda, but they just sent me up, so I'll do the talking. So I will talk about how we worked with the portal and the web, because for us it's a very intertwined mission to use the portal not as a standalone product. First of all, some facts about Lund University. It's the largest university in Sweden. Yay! We got 9 faculties and a couple of interdisciplinary institute centers. And we do research about everything but horses at Lund University. So we also have the problems with the Atlas and Alice. We have about 10,000 active profiles in our research portal at this point, because we have a lot of people coming in from the university hospital. We've been using Pure since 2016, and we have research output, activities, projects, awards, prizes, and infrastructures. So I just put the numbers up so you get a grasp of how much information we have in our system. I'm not going to quiz you about these numbers later. We have the Pure portal. We had a custom portal before, and now we have the Pure portal, and it's both in Swedish and in English. And then, of course, we have a large number of web pages at the university, both at the faculties but also at the central functions. We are a very decentralized university, so everybody's owning their own information, and that could be sometimes very complicated. So for us, when we implemented Pure, we had one goal. It was to reduce the number of systems and pages that was created about the same thing. It was to create better metadata, and I really think that we achieved that. But still, we have a couple of thousand different web pages, except for the research portal. But this was the core function of having a CRIS system at Lund University, to remove ourselves from this information silos. So our web communication goal with Pure, or aligned with Pure, is that we won't see the portal as something that is just added value, but it should be something that is linked and integrated with other web pages or other communication channels at the university. And we would like to create this like seamless and informative user journey. I just learned that word. It's a very important, user journey, for those looking for information information about our research. So there are a couple of quests in relation to this. We want, of course, to save both the researchers, but most of all our own time in administrating all these pages. So we're trying to do as much as we can to use the Pure portal for communication purposes. But of course, there are many that can't be done within the current set of the Pure portal, and also some parts that we really don't want to do through the portal. We would like to have it more interactive, for instance. We also need to adapt the ways they integrate the Pure portal with the different needs from the different faculties, because there are very different needs for those of you having, for instance, Faculty of Arts or Faculty of Social Science or Humanities. You know that those needs are largely different to the ones that they have in medicine. So we have to account for that as well. Then, of course, pushing metadata. It's always the most important thing, is that we have something of relevance to show. So this is also a part of the communication goal, of course. And also, with the portal, we would like to address this search engine optimization, and we work a lot with that in relation also to the accessibility for those of you who attended the workshop day, Wednesday, Tuesday. My colleague Ellen was showing how we work with the accessibility, and those two things goes hand in hand. So when you have good accessibility on your portal, then you're also search optimizing your portal. And of course, we want the links that we use to be stable and relevant. There are a lot of ways to find research within our university. This is just some examples on both the main page of the university, but also specific faculties or specific institutions that link always to the portal. This is where you find our research. They might describe the research, but this is where you find it. So it's not always that the portal is not integrated within the university website, but it's linked to it in so many different ways. The ways that we create traffic between the university's other web pages, I don't know how to say it, but between the university's web pages and the Pure portal. So we do a lot of integration of the portal information in the websites. We're using the API. I'm going to show you examples in a second. Using the API to extract information. We're using RSS feeds. We found that is quite convenient to do. And we're, of course, using links to and from in order to make like this seamless transaction. So it's not only that you're pushed through to the portal, but you should also be pushed back if you want other information that is on our web pages. We use direct links, of course, and then we do some links that is based on keyword searches. And I will show that in a second. There is a very visible ongoing trend at our university that you're replacing web pages with pages from the portal. So of course this is getting more and more important at Lund University to have a good and stable portal, and that's maybe why the ladies from Lund are a little bit loud when it comes to the discussions of the new Pure portal, because, when we are moving to another portal, we really need it to be equivalent to the one that we have or better, but we can't settle with less because we have so much traffic going through, and that is just impossible, because then we will be out of work. They have to find some other solution. There will be no way around that. So equivalent or better. So how we use the API on web pages, of course, we have it integrated in our personal system. So if you're searching for a researcher at the main university pages, you get a direct link to the profile. If they have a profile, if they don't, you don't get a link. So it's kind of easy. We have links to all our researchers, everybody who is employed with a title relating to research. So a typical no-level person like me, librarian, wouldn't get a link to the portal, but a professor will. But a person like me could get a link to the portal if I just make it visible. We're also using the Pure API to create faculty-specific search functionalities. We are hoping that these are going to fade away, but since the Pure portal works like it doesn't have any search within subsets at this point. Before, when we had our custom portal, on every page you could search within the subset, and this is not in the current Pure portal, and that creates a need of being able not only to see what publication is from the Faculty of Engineering, but also doing specific word searches within that subset. So some faculties have their own search layer, but still the links are going to the portal. Recently, some institutions started to use RSS or departments to have like feeds embedded to their web pages. So the most current publications in the portal is added to the web pages. We are also replacing a lot of web pages, as I said before. For instance, we have the Department of Biology. They had a couple of hundred web pages only for their department. But we have, or they have replaced it with links to the portal instead. So instead of having personal pages, they just have referral links or direct links to the specific portal page for persons and also for organizations and research groups. So the use of Pure actually increase the workload on other systems at the university. So the personal catalog now are facing a lot more of organizational structures and research groups due to how we chose to visualize these kind of groups at the portal. We have one faculty using a custom keyword list to create links to groups and to create links to researchers. So it's on the medical faculty, so we have a Swedish standard subject list. So they have on their web pages for every discipline within the medicine, basic medicine, clinic, yeah, blah, 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 blah. So they have one link for researcher who is tagged with this keyword and one list with all research group. So in this case, I can't really see because it's too small here, but yeah, pharmaceutical science. So then they get a direct link. So they use that instead of having like different pages on the web. They use these direct links instead. So many departments have stopped adding new personal pages and research groups to the web. I think right now we are about 70% of the personal profiles are only in the portal, so it's only 30% left, so it's quite many. All the persons and research groups are synced from our personal catalog, so we always having this overview in the web and the portal at all time on the current state of Lund University. Many of those departments who has removed their personal pages or the research group pages, they have only like short referral page or a page that is using keywords or the API to just give them, this is the name, this is the photo, this is the link to the portal, if they have anything like that at all. And of course, this reduces the time spent on updating more pages and also meeting the demands of having correct and specific information in the portal. When it comes to projects, so during the last 2 years, there's been an increased effort to put in projects in Pure, often based on the award management or the award information. But still, it's not the same success story as the personal profiles, because most of our faculty still use their own web pages to promote projects due to some lack of features in the Pure portal. So this is my most wanted thing right now. We had our first suggestion of more pictures in the portal and specific on their projects in 2014. We think it might be 2013, but since we don't get to our old Jira tickets, we can't really see. I said there is an award of $1,000. I'm willing to give much, much more than that if it's possible. So we want the possibility to have pictures on all content type. And CV, of course, and yeah. We also do a lot of linking from the portal because it's only not, as I said before, we don't want to push them to the portal and they stay there. We want to have this interaction between the web pages and the portal. And in some cases, for instance, this is a project, they have a need of having more pictures, for instance. So in that case, we make sure that the links are in both ways. So. On the wish list for the next generation portal arena, of course, it's pictures. I saw a meme the other day that was like Santa asked, "What do you want for Christmas?" And the person said, "A dragon." And the Santa said, "Well, you have to be realistic." "Okay, then I want a boyfriend." And Santa said, "Okay, what color of the dragon do you want?" And in some sense, I think that this is what I'm doing as well. It's like, I want a dragon. No, be realistic. Okay, then I want pictures. So I'm hoping for a blue dragon arena. Yeah. What we want more is continued support for the coherent page view for all content, so we can continue browsing on a person's page with tabs. We are not reactive in Lund. Of course, we want new features and so on. But since this is the only place where our researchers have their profiles, it's very important that we can showcase their university so they're not immediately pushed out into a wider search. Yeah, support for advanced search and filtering, of course. So we maybe in the future don't need to have this faculty-specific search places where you can do free text search within a specific organization or a faculty. Support search and filter within subsets. Yeah, I just said that. Creating relevant links to the right context. This is, of course, the baseline of what we do. And of course, better search engine optimization, accessibility. I mean, I'm kind of demanding on this Christmas list. So yeah, I would like to have that. And of course, stability over time. Oh, I'm so on time. So I got my colleagues here, so I think we could have some questions. And Karolina Widell, who is the system manager at Lund University, will answer the tricky questions. And the nice questions about this great talk, I will answer that. So thank you.
I'm getting ready here with a microphone for the critical question.
Oh my God. Yeah. Thank you, Anna.
No critical questions, just full support from our side.
Yay.
We back you and we want to share the Christmas list. Could we add CVs?
Yeah. It's been a kind of running gag between both of us here, but yeah, we could add CV because it's also important with the downloading of the CVs. Yes. Somebody in the back.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your energy, by the way. Very love it. So the question I have is on the more administrative side. How do you communicate with your marketing communication department, or you're part of it? How do you make sure that it's so well integrated in our complex university systems?
Okay, I will start with saying maybe we're not a full success all over the place. We've been struggling really hard with this, and we are still struggling, trying to find the right collaborations, because we are decentralized. We have communication staffs on all different levels, and everybody needs to be. And as for those of you attending the panel this morning, I was stressing the fact that you need to create like ambassadors with the management and with administrative functions. So everybody needs to be involved in why we are using this product. It's not only about pushing the researcher to add information, it's also about pushing why we should do that. So I think that this is an ongoing struggle that we do. by finding these, but we have our different ways, and then we communicate down to on the faculties. And if somebody here is about to launch a Pure Portal, my only recommendation would be that it's easy to think that, okay, we're going to have a portal and we're going to integrate it. And then I really encourage you to kind of find your people, find the people at your university who is working with the web, who is working with external organization. I'm just, I love those, but external relations, and try to build that network from the very beginning, because we thought, yeah, that's going to solve itself, and it took pretty long time before we could really start using and sharing the links of the portal. So from implementing 2016, I would say the last 2 years has been the one where our portal actually gets the kind of attention that it's worth, because we have a lot of good information, and we do love Pure. In that sense, it makes a good contribution and a good complement to other web pages.